The laugh hit me before the words finished echoing. Crystal glasses clinked, silk dresses rustled. My sister smiled into the microphone like she just told a clever joke. My sister, she said, dragging out the pause, is a single mother, unwanted by anyone. Laughter bloomed, polite at first, then bold. My mother leaned toward her mic, wine-stained lips curling. She's a used product. My father covered his mouth to hide the sound he couldn't fully stop, a chuckle, soft, disgusting. I stood there in a rented dress, spine straight, heart steady. I'd learned years ago that reacting gave them oxygen. Then the groom stood, chairs scraped, the room shifted. He took the mic from my sister's trembling hand and everything froze. It wasn't always like this. There was a time my sister braided my hair before school, a time my mother held my hand during contractions, a time my father promised he'd always have my back. And there was a time I trusted him. We met after my divorce. I was careful then, broken but not weak. He was attentive, calm, said he admired my resilience, said my son made him want to be better. He didn't flinch when I said I came with history. He said history meant depth. I believed him. That was my mistake. The changes came quietly. Late nights explained too quickly. Phone turned face down. My sister suddenly very interested in my life, my schedule, my pain. I didn't accuse, I watched. Patterns never lie. The message came by accident, a name saved as planner, a heart emoji slipped through, a location tag I recognized, my sister's cafe. I felt the betrayal like ice water in my veins. No screaming, no tears, just clarity. I didn't confront, I prepared. Revenge isn't rage, it's patience with a sharp edge. I gathered screenshots, timelines, bank transfers, messages deleted but not erased. I learned about the company he'd built, the investor pitch writing on his family man image. I learned about the prenup he bragged about but never explained. I learned my sister had been lying to her fiancé for over a year. And I learned the groom, calm, polite, forgettable to my family, was not a fool. So I sent one email. Subject line, "You deserve the truth." No opinions, just facts. He asked to meet me once. I said yes. He listened, didn't interrupt, didn't defend her. When I finished, he thanked me. That's when I knew. Back in the ballroom, the groom cleared his throat. I wasn't planning to speak, he said evenly, but some jokes need context. My sister's smile cracked. You all seem to think my wife is the kind one, he continued, eyes scanning the room. Loyal, honest. He looked at me, then just once. She isn't. Gasps fluttered. My mother reached for her wine. She's been having an affair, he said, calm as glass, with the man she replaced in my life. Silence fell like a dropped plate. He turned the mic slightly. The man she's been sleeping with, the man who was supposed to be marrying her before she decided I was the better option. My sister's face drained of color. She didn't know, my mother whispered. Oh, she knew, he said. She planned it. She bragged about it. My father stood halfway, then sat back down. And as for you, the groom said, finally facing my parents, the way you speak about your daughter, about the woman who told me the truth when no one else did. He smiled, cold, precise. You raised one daughter with integrity and one without. My sister lunged for the mic. He stepped back. I found out who took my place, he finished, and I refuse to stand beside someone who thinks betrayal is entertainment. He set the mic down and walked away from the altar. The aftermath was loud. Screaming, crying, phones out, guests whispering. I stayed still. My mother wouldn't meet my eyes. My father looked small. My sister collapsed into a chair, mascara streaking like war paint. Her perfect day rotting in real time. Justice doesn't need always blood. Sometimes it just needs timing. Later, alone in the parking lot, the groom stopped beside me. You didn't have to do that, he said. I did, I replied, for myself. He nodded. You took your power back. I watched him leave without regret. Now, when I think of that laugh, the one that started it all, it doesn't hurt because I remember what came after. The silence, the truth, the moment they realized I wasn't unwanted, I was underestimated, and that was their final mistake.